Hey guys, recently I decided I would go through Rainbow Six Siege, doing some of the
Eliminate the
situations and
terrorist.
trying to get all of the gold stars. When I first ran through all of them, I ended up with like 20 or 21 of the 30 stars on my first run. And when I was picking up the ones that I had missed, this one on Situation 7, completing it in under 5 minutes, was giving me a little bit of a tough time. So I took some time and tried to figure out a better way to run through the mission, sloppy shooting aside. And for a while, the best I could do was still get it just over 5 minutes. So finally, I got down to a pattern where I pretty consistently can come out at about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes. And there's a part of me that actually, I swear I could get it shorter or quicker. I haven't quite figured out how yet. So essentially, though, you're going to see I do the same thing twice. There's two different runs in this video here. They were back to back. It just kind of shows you how easy it is to replicate. There's a lot of margin of error for error. At 3 minutes and some change, you've got a little bit of room to mess up. And again, I still feel like there's some fat that could be trimmed off of this. So I'm going to definitely do a few more runs and see if I can't get it even lower. But again, essentially, it's really straightforward. For the most part, I stay outside of the building. Um, I mean, it's just kind of like suicide running in there with all these nitro cells. One wrong step, one step too far, and you're done. So again, you'll notice that I'm staying out. It seems like the enemies spawn in mostly the same location on my various runs, of which there were quite a few. There were slight variations that would present little hiccups, but again, seeing as both of these runs are eerily similar, it shows how consistent it can be. So really, right here, these are the last two. There always ends up being about two or
Three
three
hostiles
enemies
remaining.
left. In this case, I think there's two or three enemies left. I'm not too sure where they actually are located. So the last thing that I do to finish this up, and works kind of eerily well, is if you pull out your drone, the enemies will pretty much converge on your location. And that's the trick here, is you pull out your drone, and they will come to you, and you take them out. Now, I've had as many as 3 or 4 approach me when I pull out my drone. The key is to be somewhere safe while you're doing that, to make sure that they will just destroy you down on the ground or running the drone.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
All right, and so again, here's the a repeated run. I'm going to try to ramble a little less, let
Eliminate
you
all
focus
hostiles.
on the game and not my voice. All right, so I lied to you. I did that to see if I could get this guy, this bomber, to come out. On a lot of my runs, he would be ready for me to shoot. I could turn that corner and he'd be standing right there. For some reason, on these two, he was still behind the stairwell. So I was hoping that breaking that window would kind of get him going, and clearly it did not work. Here you might notice I tried to clean it up a little bit with not switching weapons unnecessarily. Um, I just figured, hey, that would be a way to shave off some time. I don't know that it really did that much, but it sounded good on paper. there's an example of, don't know why, but he reacted differently. And again, every once in a while, I see an enemy in a location where they weren't in a previous run. But I mean, I've probably done this route here because I did it initially for success. So I've probably done this route now 5 to 10 times. And again, it's consistent enough to be able to. I have no doubt. It might take you a couple practice runs, but and maybe I'm the only one who's struggling with this. But literally, I had 29 stars, and almost just stopped. I figured, what's the big deal? It's a stupid achievement, and kind of almost like rage quit. And then I just knew that if I kept doing it, I'd be able to figure it out. And so what's funny is I hated this mission for a moment, and now I see it as this exhilarating speed run. So again, I'm going to keep trying to run through it. Maybe whether it's because of this video or some other approach, maybe some other people will do some speed runs and motivate me to try to clean it up a little bit and see just how low I can go. But that's funny how I started off kind of loathing this, and now I'm quite enjoying it. So there you have it. Wasn't the prettiest finish, but 2 runs. Both of them were, I didn't see the exact time, but I think they're about 3.25, something like that, minutes. Hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this entertained you. If there's anything else I can maybe make a video about that you might enjoy, let me know. I think I'm supposed to say like, subscribe, share, something else. So, do those things. Help me feed my kids. And that's it. Thanks again.